Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome. Yeah, welcome indeed. It's been some time, but yeah, we're back on air. TNB back on air. And here we go. Session one already underway. Of course, yeah, what a way to start. No sound. Nice to see some games still living up to it, just like previous versions. We had it before. Here we go again. Sorry, I just want to turn this down. I just want to test, see if we got sound. Sounds like we got sound there, so well done. So, sorry guys, just want to get some graphics here and get a few things out. So, looks like we're not going to have background noise in this one, unfortunately. Do apologize for that. But I've seen that in previous versions of a game as well, unfortunately. It's just, yeah, I don't know, it's some of those weird things. If somebody know how to fix it or to prevent it, please share. But unfortunately, it seems to happen often. Right, there, just see. Just waiting for a couple of guys still also to get out. Everybody just obviously warming up there still. Right, yes, it's very, very quiet. This is something to get used to again. Just forgot about this game being able to do that. I was hoping it would not, but yeah. So hopefully we got some sound back in the next session, hopefully. So yeah. So far I see someone joined, one watching. Welcome. You can please give us some comments if you want. So also makes the chat interesting. I do appreciate, chatting to you guys. It gets the stream going, and before you know it, it's over. So yeah, please share some comments there. Just want to get some details here as always. We'll get, now let's get the fastest lap there. Here you can also see what tires everybody's on. No, we don't need that. No, I'm not going to do that. And yeah, we can just see the map to see who's who. So, very good turnout. What a way to start. It's been quite a while, to be honest. As you can see, pretty much a full grid. 20 drivers on the grid. It's been some time since I last saw this, but yeah, well done. 20 drivers. 20 drivers confirmed this season, as well as a couple of reserve drivers. So, very well done. Very good turnout. And I must say, oh yeah, there we go, Mr. Boucher. I was just about to send you this link. I was just thinking about you sharing this link, and then, yeah, there we go. He's already there. Welcome, Yui. So Yui just confirmed you can hear me loud and clear, no issues. If you can just give me a thumbs up there. So Yui is one of our drivers. It's just, of course, a bit of technical issues still on his side, but he's going to jump on this game soon. Then he's going to also be racing. So I don't know if he's maybe like some other guys, just a bit scared of a track. Just a joke, Yui, don't worry. Here we go, so for far 133, but of course we're going to see that time come down tremendously. Riding on board you with not Maverick, Mercedes boy this season. Of course, big thank you. I just want to say to Mr. Renan Gaming, as you can see there, Mr. Renan Gaming in the Aston Martin this season. He is the current league owner. He basically took up the reins and decided to run with us. And I must say, very well done, Mr. Renan Gaming. Job well done. You put together a nice show. 20 drivers on the very first race of the season. So Renan Gaming there basically got all the boys together, got the guys who's interested and managed to get something going. And here we are again, Friday nights racing together. Mr. Renan Gaming actually did all the work, got all the comms out, got the draws and so forth, and ran with us. And yeah, well, put something together. So I must say, well done, Mr. Renan Gaming. I think I speak for almost everybody, if not everybody. But job well done. Took it in his stride, and so far so good. So well done. Looking forward to the rest of the season. Of course, a couple of races, as always, 10 per season, 100% race distance as always for TNB. Full qualifying session, Q1, 2 and 3, and of course a full 100% race distance. Which means, of course, we can have a race of 50 laps, if I'm not mistaken. So Speed 19, as you can see there, actually went faster, 129.1. A full second clear of not Maverick, who now put it in second place. 2 seconds ahead of Peak. Welcome back for Pigby, of course, also somebody who used to race with us before. Couple of old faces, as you can see, well, old faces, old names. Couple of new names as well. So some of the guys making a return to TNB, some of the guys, you know, joining for the first time. There's also a few debutants. So welcome to, I must say, just want to find him here. There we go, Mr. Poison, Mr. Poison Boy. That's his very first F1 season. It's his first competitive F1 season. So it's his first time that he's doing something like this. So all the best, Poison Boy, and welcome to TNB. So he's making his debut. And how many times did we see it? Guys come here, all of a sudden this bug bites, and then, you know, they don't stop, and it just gets better and better. And that's what how most of them start out. Here we go, Not Sebastian, also 129.1, and wow. As you can see, all of a sudden that gap between him and Speed Knighton is not that big. From a second between Not Maverick and Speed Knighton, Not Sebastian slotted in there in 121.91 as well. So well done, Not Sebastian, Aston Martin. Welcome back, of course, to Heno there. Of course, DJ Bota, where some of you guys might have seen DJ before as well. Because as I said, the pig is back. We got not Shumi, and we got also Seb Shumi this season. So Seb Shumi, also somebody making his debut with TNB. Welcome there, Sebi. J-Boy also might be a new name for some guys, but you might have seen him elsewhere. Of course, one of our reserve drivers. AD also a familiar a name back in the mix, one of our reserve drivers this season. Of course, Mr. Rezdever, we know. DRS F1 Wezo. And of course, welcome back, Boinkies, one of TNB reserves this season. Yeah, and Slenderman, for those of you, but again, it might be new to TNB. Some of you guys might have seen these guys in other leagues. As it is, of course, some of the guys drive in several leagues. So, see a couple of comments there. Yeah, there we go. Yui just confirming what we said earlier. He's still out of action. He's still waiting for his new machine. So Yui will be back, will be on soon, hopefully. Here we go, there's one of our good old friends, Mr. Nismax, all the way there from Qatar. Hallo Nizzy. Nice om weer van jou ook te sien, en hopelijk weer van jou in die wet die een of ander tyd te hoor. Ja, Nismax also all the way, like I said, way from Qatar. Of course, Mr. Sonic Sim Racing there, also doing very well with ACC. Of course, Nismax also used to do this with us on Friday evenings for a while. Of course, nice to see the camaraderie between the guys still exists, now even the long absence. Nice to see the guys actually pitching up. Oh wow, look at this dog. Look at this dog. Williams, not Kimi. He's been bantering the boys about the lap times and yeah, they're going to go so magic. And here he comes, the first guy under 129. Kimi, you legend. Okay, Kimi just letting ours divert coming through. A couple of guys still have to put some lap times. Got J-Boy there. Not Shumi is on his way out. Of course, 80 still need to go out as well. Mr. Renan Gaming is on his way out. RGTV, Wezo is on his way out now. Not Fernandez on track. So basically 7 guys still to set some sort of lap time to give us an idea where they are. And I see there's Batman. Batman, like in Patrick, who couldn't make it tonight, if I presume. Just help me out there. Yeah, Yui, it's a comment I made already earlier at the start of it. The moment I started the stream, I picked up on that. Unfortunately, this is something that I picked up on 2022 as well. Some of the times, if you get in a certain quali section, there's no sound cost. But I found also sometimes, if it's in Q1, then it's all good for the rest of the qualifying sessions and the race. So I hope let it do it now, all quiet now, and then hopefully we can hear the noises in the next few sessions. So just bang in the Yui. It is a Codemasters thing, so hopefully the sound does come back in later sessions. Oh, Nissi, I'm going to take you up on that one. I'm going to hold you to that, Nis Max. Would be nice to see you back in the mix. Nissi on a Friday night, Yvette in the comment section in the stream. Oh, the good old days. Ek hoop natuurlijk sy gaan nog saam praat, Dirk, dis nou weer die ander ding. Not Kimmy, still there, the 128, Speed Knighton, 129.1. Still with not Sebastian, the Force also crept closer to them. Jean also not far off Force. Slenderman also under 130, so the top 5 very close now. It's not like at the start of a session where you spoke about a second or more than a second gap. So the times are still coming down further. So we got still not Shumi, 80, Renan and R1 Jeddah to put up some lap times. In the drop zone at the moment, we got Heno, Poison Boy, 80, Renan and R1 Jeddah. Oh man, wie is jou ou man en jou? So net kort van Pat, is dit soos 'n Pat wat op die driver line-up is. Maar dis altyd nice as die ouens nie, wat dit nie kan maak nie, nog steeds kan uitkom en support ook. But yeah, I'm very, very, very impressed with the turnout. 20 drivers confirmed plus a handful of reserves, and a couple of drivers couldn't make it due to obviously life. You know, life still happens and you can't stop real life happening. But a good couple of reserves they actually stuck their hands up and said, yes, we will race. And we were still able to get a full grid tonight. So, very well done, boys. Nee, dis reg, Pat. Nee, no problem. Ek net seker maak of ek met dieselfde Pat is. Nou cool. So ek sê altyd nice vir julle om uit te kom en te support ook waar julle nie kan ry nie. But nice, I like to see this camaraderie still exists between the guys. And of course, the one thing that make us all do what we're doing is actually our love for F1. Right, so still Kimi there in the one, well, not still anymore, not Shumi actually. Wow, talk about a sleeping giant, not Shumi, all of a sudden, boom, right there with not Kimi. So it's going to be a not. As you can see, not Kimi, not Shumi, not Sebastian, not Maverick, not Fernando. So it's a whole bunch of nots and nots. So not do that, not, eh? Not. Right, so Foss said that's it. He's happy. He believes he's done enough to go through to the next session, so he retired. We got Sepp Schumi now on the outlap as well. Not Schumi's teammates. We're in McLaren, currently in 16th. Not Shumi, also a guy that just gets better and better the more I see him. It's just, of course, the more you do it, the more you get used to it, the confidence comes. Of course, like I say, all of us started somewhere. We didn't just get in the car and drove the wheels of it, so yeah, with time things happen. So of course, some of these guys, yeah, see what happens tomorrow. Well, of course, if we look at the big signing in F2 now. Sorry guys, I'm not good with names, but we all know about the F2 driver that got signed. 3-4 years ago he was in esports, and now he's actually in a real racing seat and he's actually driving real racing cars. So those people that say gaming is, yeah, it's not real or whatever, they don't know what they're talking about. It's actually a good stepping stone. Nowadays doing gaming for a living is actually, some of those guys get more than what us get for doing real jobs. So never say never. Don't let people ever put your dreams, get you out of your dreams. No. Right, so Jean, 129.5, sitting in 7th, just shows you now the top 10, all in the 129, so now close that it really is now. Well, of course, Kimi and Shumi that much closer in the 128. You talk about, 200s? Not a big gap. So just under 3 minutes to go, then session 1 will be something overpassed. And then Yui, we will know if we have sound or not. Because unfortunately, it's not something that I can change. I can't just change. I don't, you know, I can't control setting or, you know, turning up and down the volume. I don't adjust those things anyway, so it should actually work. But yeah, let's see what happens next session. So DRS Wezo in the pits. Good couple of guys actually in the pits. See a couple of yellow flags, but of course that will just be guys slowing down for faster cars. Boinky is there substituting for AlphaTauri, currently we're in 11th place. I think that's pretty much it for the Red Bull guys. Don't see them going out. No movement in the Red Bull garage. I think they're happy to start at the back. Not a bad strategy, to be honest. I see GJ Buerta also, he went in onto mediums. It's not that he tried the softs either, because this is a very technical track. We all saw last year, very first time we went to Jeddah, what happened there. Of course, a lot of guys also playing on the safety car, so this could be most likely going to be more than one safety car here tonight. And of course, there's also most likely a good couple of retirements going to happen. So some of the guys would just be happy to start at the back, keep clear from all of that and pick up the points when all of that starts happening. So we'll have to wait and see how this one pans out. Of course, 50 laps around here, still very long time. A good couple of laps of racing tonight. So for us to see, you know, before we get to the end, I see Gafbig there with a red lap, so invalidated lap. Is he going to come around with enough time? Yeah, looks like it. So he might come around with enough time to still, well, no, actually not. Looking where he is now, he's actually on the back straight, not the front end. Sorry, for a moment I actually looked at the wrong car there. So he's not going to be able to come back. So Gafbig is going to be knocked out here in this first session. Thanks, Cam. Thanks for the heads up. Thank you for the confirmation. Sounds going well. Right, so Gafbig, I think that is pretty much it. 32 seconds. Can he make this last turn in 32 seconds? Got a car behind him also coming up. Or is he going to slow down now? He's going out of the way, so it looks like he's slowing down. He's getting out of the way for Speed Knighton. 15 seconds. Now he's going to go on Speed Knighton, 128.4. Right at the end. So Gafbig did make it across, so he actually does get it out for another lap. Looks like he's on his 6th lap now. Can he get some time closer to the 129s to get him up in the top 15 at least for now? Oh, that's an invalidated lap. No, that is end of Gafbig, so that is 17th place, so he will start in 17th. So as you can see, Poison Boy and Enno did not get out, so they stay 20 and 19th respectively. GJ Buerta 18th, so Gafbig, as you just saw now there, his lap is invalidated, so he stays 17th, and 80 16th. So that is the first 5 cars that gets eliminated from the first session. Boinky, of course, he's done, he's retired. John is in the pits. John retired, so we're just waiting for Slenderman to finish. There we go. Just Speed Knighton and Gafbig to finish their laps or get in the pits and retire. So then this session will be pretty much over. Ja, Joey, hy kon, maar hy draai het omgevang, hy het een wild gekat. But yeah, Yui, you blame the PS5, but we know we're not in the mood for this track. Right, just waiting for those last few guys to finish their laps. Here comes Mr. Piggy into the pit. You will leave the pit box and need to retire. Waiting for Mr. Knighton, he's also here coming in. Speed Knighton into the pits. Heat retire, so we're just waiting for the pig to heat retire. So, as we all can see, that is officially the end of, well, so to say officially, we're just waiting for Piggy, but that is pretty much the results from Q1. So, 15th place, yeah, there we go, now the sun comes through, right at the end of the damn session. Having the Aston showing us at the Eastall Sound here. So here's your confirmation of how we finished. Oh, J-Boy's left the session. Ooh, that's not good. Is that a disconnect or something? Not good, not good, not good. Yeah, there we go. It's your confirmation. Sepshumi 15th place with, of course, AD, Gaff Peak, TJ Buta, Hino, Poison Boy eliminated. Hey, Mr. Fernando. Right, so Mr. Fernando is still there. He's into Q2. He's going to now show us how it's done. And we got sound Yui. I can hear the crowd buzzing. Okay, J-Boy shows in, so maybe that's just a ghost, or hopefully he could rejoin. Whatever the glitch was there. Anyway, the Williams boys are eager to get it going. Out goes Jean. Boinky's out there as well. Mr. Running in, want to go running in a bit. So Jean, Running Gaming and Boinky's out so long. So you are yapping now, at least you can hear him. Yeah, through that, Miss Fernando, through that. First thing, don't break. Stay clear from the trouble. There comes the Merg boys, Mr. Maverick going out. Watch out for those Merg guys. Well, that's one thing about a new track. It's not just in real life, but also beyond the game to get used to it. Of course, a couple of these guys don't use racing lines, so, and some of these corners are very tight. And the challenging thing about some of these corners, as you go around the corner, you still can't see certain. You can't see how the corner actually flows, you know, because the corner's kind of like still closed, if you know what I mean. Of course, any racer will know what I'm talking about. Oh, and hello, Ruan. Don't worry, Ruan. By the end of tonight, I'm sure you will be corrupted. Especially in that party chat you're in tonight. Right, so both Merg boys out. We got John and Renan and Boinkies, of course, on hot laps here. Y racer like in Yuri racer. Speed Y racer. Nice to see the speed boys popping out. Of course, Yuri also raced with TNB before. Of course, Mr. Knighton, we did see him before. Nice to see him back. Nice to see the speed boys coming out and show their support, of course, to one of our own. So how are you, Yuri? Long time no chat, but yeah, nice to see you guys again. Right, let's see what these guys come up here. Obviously track is going to get faster. Just want to change some information here so we can just see, because obviously so this is going to show us strategy. There we go, a couple of medium tires there in the mix. No, true, that Yuri. Like you say, as much as it could have been better, it could have been worse as well. You know what, at least we're still around, we're still kicking, so I'm just still glad to be here, and at least, you know what, we're back at doing the one thing we love, so we can do Friday nights, you know, racing and talking nonsense again. And nice to see you guys here also posting those comments. It's always nice chatting to you guys. You also make the stream what it is in being. So thank you for the support and showing up. Right, so we got Boinkies 129 free, so Obviously, yes, going to come. We're going to see a couple of 128s, definitely for sure. If it's already that low on the first decent lap. So, of course, the speed guys like Speed Knighton, of course, not Kimi, they're still on their way out. So we will see the real lap time still coming. Of course, track is getting faster and faster. 131, not too shabby for a medium, but I think Mr. R1 Jeddah can do a bit better than that. Maybe a bit of sandbagging there, perhaps. Oh, that looks like a Lewis Hamilton inspired helmet there, purple. Just needs the Monster Energy logos. Mr. R1 Jeddah. Living up to the Merc name there. And Boyke's going faster, 129.2 now. See, Mr. Running Gaming also there in the 129, so is Speed Knighton. Good lap, just like Boyke's, just a nice bench lap to get going. Of course, you will see that 129 drop as you. Of course, we all know he did a 128.4 in the first sector, in the first session, so that time is definitely going to come down. Full of black does look nice. Although yes, it looks like a real, Lewis Hamilton setup. You have a purple with a black Merc. You know what? You might not like this comparing to Lewis, but this looks nice. We're driving in the Alpine with Mr. Knighton. Guy that looks very well turned on for this race tonight. There might have been a couple of laps as well in, practicing. But hey, nothing wrong with practice. Practice makes perfect in the end. So we got... Okay, there we go. DRS F1 Weather at 129.8 on the mediums. Of course, Speed Knighton, the 129.6 was on mediums as well. So you can do mid to low 129s on mediums, and that would be a decent lap. Of course, top 5 will still be eliminated. Still too early to say the drop zone because there's still 6 guys to set some lap times yet. Not sure me is out on the out lap. Force is out on track. John is on his way out, so he's not Kimi, not Sebastian is on track. Slenderman still to come out and put a lap. Not Sebastian, 128.7, first guy to drop below 129 in this session. Of course, he's got a completely different strategy as well. So, surprisingly, only 3 guys went for the mediums. Majority of them chose to go soft. Of course, nothing wrong with a bit of a mixed strategy. As for race plan, that you will know if that was the right strategy or not. Slenderman still in the pits, everyone else pretty much on track, now busy with some sort of lap. Not Kimi there, Mr. Pink with his pink helmet in a Williams. Yellow flag, but of course that is just in a car, just getting out of the way for the faster cars. Yeah, as you can see, very wide there. Haas pulling out of the way, that can only be false because obviously Mr. Piggy is out. Forced at a 129.9 on mediums. So it looks like the high to mid 130s will be drop zone. Kimi purple sector there. Also looks like he's turned down for this track. So just early showing that this is just very early, this is just a very early prediction. But just looking at the 2 sessions so far, I must say, Speed Knighton and not Kimi looks very turned on for this track. So they definitely enjoying themselves. Not Kimi a 129.3, lost some time there in the end. Of course, there was also traffic. So 129.3 is still a decent lap. So I said these guys in the mid to high 130s are in trouble. Not Shumi a 134, but surely that's just some banker lap. And that's just on the mediums. I'm sure you can get those mediums also in the 129s. Boinkies in the pits. Speed Knighton still out there. Okay, he's going to start on the mediums. So he's doing a good couple of extra laps on his mediums, unless he's decided to change. And we might see him on the softs before the end of the session. Just under 5.5 minutes to go. Got Slenderman going on his outlap now. We got Jean. He's in the final sector, dashing for the finish line. Let's see what time can he come up with. Jean a 1:29.0, so that should be enough. I can't see him, getting from there into the drop zone. Speed Knighton is in the pits now. Kimi and John, of course, only guys out on track at the moment. Kimi making his way to the pits. Is he going to attempt another lap? Of course, you don't want to take out too much of your tyres. Now he's diving into the pits, because obviously this is the tyres that you can start the race with. Not Maverick sitting there silently in 7th at the moment, also in the 1:29, so I do believe those 1:29 guys are pretty safe. Mr. Jeddah is on his way out. Looks like he is... No, well, okay, on that schematic it shows softs, but on the left it shows mediums, so we'll just obviously know the mediums is what he set his lap on, his best time. So it looks like he is on the soft, so he might be changing strategy here. Not sure he's in the pits. There we go, he's getting out. Also looks like he's changing. That's soft. Slenderman shows soft, but there, as you can see, that shows me. That's mediums on that car. Not Sebastian in 1:28.7 in front. John 1:29.0. Speed Knight at 1:29.06. Boink is 1:29.2, Nakimi 1:29.3, Renan 1:29.3, Not Maverick 1:29.7, Wezer 1:29.8, Forza 1:29.9. Yeah, that's pretty close. And some of those guys on the mediums, I mean, like Speed Knight and Wezer, Force, even RZTV, that's not bad on those mediums. Slenderman coming into the pits. 2.5 minutes to go. Okay, Not Maverick, Wezo, Force, and of course Shumi already. Those guys going to go for another lap at least. Okay, Seb Shumi, I think he decided that's it. He might feel that might not, you know what, he did what he could, he's not going to get any better time from it, so he decided that's it. So, our first elimination from this session. So, 4 more guys to be eliminated from this session. I see Not Sebastian retired, so he also felt he did enough. Of course he did enough. 1:28, that's always going to make you safe. Just under 1.5 minutes to go. Natsumi is trying, Not Fernando, who's also out there. Looks like J-Boy did get hold of his car again. Look at the start. I remember at the start we saw a disconnect. So J-Boy's in the pit, so he's not going to come out again. Not going to be able to come around. R1 Jeddah, Mr. Merck with his softs, 1:28.7, just to show him, yeah, on the same try I can go faster. Needless to say, he is safe as can be. Of course, that puts Force in the drop zone. Force is coming into the pits, he also had enough. So Jabez in the pit, so he's put will be out. Okay, not Fernando, not Shumi, improved time. Now Maverick is out. Of course, RGDV will probably come back in. He just posted fastest lap. Then the man is out, but surely he's not going to be able to come around. Is he going to make it? 25 seconds, 33 seconds. Looks like that's such a far way off. This is going to be touch and go. 14, 13, 12, 10 seconds. Oh, no, and he pushed too hard and there's some wing damage and that will definitely cost him. He's not going to make it through. So Slenderman is also eliminated. Not Shumi's in the pit, so he's also done. So cannot Fernando make a difference. Go very wide there, pushing hard. Can he perhaps force off there from 10th place? Okay, in almost a second, so it's going to be a massive improvement. So pretty much all the other places are confirmed. Oh no, clip the Wolverine and it's invalidated lap, so no, not Fernando will not be improving. So that's pretty much the drivers eliminated from this session. J-Boy, Seb Shumi, not Fernando, not Shumi and Slenderman. So here's your top 10 from RZDV to Force 13. Speed Night and in obviously, and of course RZDV, so session's pretty much over. Just waiting for those guys to finish and need to retire. Not Fernando going slower, so surely he's on his way back to the pits. We'll just park it and also he'd retire. Then yeah, this session should be over. Just waiting for Mr. RZDV to also hit the retire there. Yeah, it's only you that will call the track this, because you will see things like that. Yeah, here we go, not Fernando's in. RZDV is done. So there we go, just Mr. Not Fernando. That's it. And that's the end of session 2. Q2 is done and done. Right, now for the real battle. I believe we're going to see some real fireworks now in Q3. Any predictions, you guys watching, any predictions for pole? Who do you think is going to take pole? Looking at those two sessions, with some of the lap times we saw, who do you guys predict is going to be on pole? Come on, anybody? Are you guys a bit scared? Are you unsure? Come on, just a prediction. I'm not going to hold you to it. Yeah, Bouchy, I thought you were going to say Kimi. I would say it's going to be very close between Kimi and Speed Knighton, but I'm not going to count out not Sebastian either, because yeah, that was also a blinder. And now, of course, everybody's going to be on the soft, so now it's the same tyres. Come on, hit that button. Oh, not Fernando left the session. What's that about? Yikes. If it is a true leave, hopefully he can join before the start of the race. 127.6. Yo. That's going to be a mad one. But never say never. $127.6, But if you look at that 128.4, yeah, it's possible, and the track is going to get faster. Q3 just gets better and better. Couple of guys already rushing out here. They want to get it done. So we got both Mercs here. We got both Williams. Nice to see Williams in the mix again. We got one Ferrari here. Got an Alpha Tauri. We got an Alfa Romeo. We got a Jaguar, and we got a Haas. For showing the Haas boys how it's done. Right, Fernando, let's see how close this comes to your prediction. So far I had one prediction, Kimmy. Some of the other guys don't want to predict. Look, it's not a bet, it's not, now nobody holds you to it, but cool. But yeah, I think we got 3-4 candidates where that's going to be very close. R1 Gaming's also now out, so actually all 10 drivers are on outlaps. You can see these guys don't watch, not Fernando. If not Fernando was there, he would have still now been in the pits. Nothing wrong with that. Wait for them to go out, get all mad. When they come back in, you got the track to yourself. Because one thing is, if you all go out, you must just make sure that you have enough space between you and the car in front. You don't want them to, cost you any time or affect you in any way. As you can see there, Wezo really eager to get in there. He made that track as short as possible. Right, so he starts the first hot lap, followed by Force 13. Rory looking a little bit of a handful. Hey, Matty! No, Pete has not spun yet. You're too early. So what you say, Matt Boot? Nice to see Matt also back there in the com section. Of course, Matt also a former TNB champion. Actually, multiple TNB champion. Because Matt also raced with us before. He won a couple of championships here. It almost feels like a reunion night tonight, I must say. All the old familiar, all the people, the names that you see tonight. So yeah, welcome and nice to see you guys again. Right, you just see what Wezo's getting up to there, coming around final corner, dashing for the start finish line. A 1:29.4, good start. Okay, now Fernando has joined. What is for now? Force is diving into the pit, not invalidated lap, not sure if there's some damage or something. Here we go. Jean 1:28.4. Speed 1:28.3. So not Fernando said a 1:27.6. Sounds like a wild prediction, but 1:27.6, 1:28.3. Thanks, Matt. Yes, we did. Thank you. I trust you also had an awesome one. Just unfortunately, as always, you have to get back to real life, start with New Year, start all the challenges. But you know what? We will get through it, and before you know it, with the time flying these nowadays, before you know it, it's Christmas again. Right, so 1:28.3, 1:28.4, Jean and Pete very close there. Of course, in the pit, not Sebastian is out on track. See what this Alpha can do. Mr. Reservoir. He's just ahead of the Alpha there. This is Lewis Hamilton, purple inspired helmet. Not Kimmy. He's just passing that slow going Merc, which is obviously not Maverick. Still the two guys in front with the 1:28. He's fourth. Yeah, looks like he's coming back out. Or is he? Well, looks like it, but okay, there's a Okay, so Williams coming in, so a couple of guys coming in. Of course, time to change those tires, get a new set of boots on there. Is this now when Force is going to make his move with a more quieter track? So to set a lap, so not Sebastian 128.2. Not Fernando. The curse of that Alpha teammate. 127.6. Remember that. 128.2. Very close. Sebastian's Speed Knighton and Jean, and then you got Kimi at 128.8. Because now it's for that final set of boots going out again. Now it's going to be that real final mad dash. Guys, come on, you have still some time. Give me your predictions. Who do you think is going to be on pole when we finish the session? Now the sound of this game sounds like that Alpha is limping, but it's not. Kim is obviously on his way back to the pits as well. That's obviously why the red flag, the red schematic there, invalidated lap. Guys, just make the track shorter by taking the corners just to get back to the pits, save some time. Yeah, there we go. He dives in. Still don't see, there's still no movement in the Haas garage as the Williams guys are getting ready to receive Kimi. Just a little over 4.5 minutes to go. Here we go. We got the Alpha Tauri going out. That can only be Boinkies. Come guys, nobody wants to make predictions here. It's just only going to be Mr. Bouchy and not Fernando with his prediction of a possible lap time. Still no movement there. I see R1 also did not post a lap, so he's on his way out again. There comes Wes as well, they're just behind the Merc in that scarlet red Ferrari. Now of course it's just the time it right, get that gap between you and the car in front. Nice gap here for not Maverick, good clear air in front of him. And then a good gap between him and his teammate. Why do I get an idea there's some sort of inside joke amongst the Speed Boys? Well, he probably spun in his chair in the pit because that's where he's been for the last couple of minutes. As you can see, no movement there yet. Alpine still keeping him indoors. Still no movement there from Haas either. So Force went out at the beginning and then came in without posting a lap, so doesn't look like he's going to post a lap. What about some rain in the desert? I'm sure a track like this, rain is going to spice this up. Looks like here we go. Here goes Mr. Knighton. There goes the Alpine. So the Speed Boys will be watching. So maybe you can see him spin for yourself. Just over 2 minutes to go. So we find out now Force did decide to do one more. He's going to have another go. Just want to see which of these guys are closest. Oh, there's a yellow flag. But it might just be again a slower car getting out of the way for a faster car. See Boinky's coming around for final corner, so he looks like he's the leading car of those bunch on hot laps. Boinkies improves to 4-4 now, also in the 128. It looks like it might just be Mr. Knighton. He's on his outlap, just, you know, pulling over for the faster cars. Last thing you want is to impede another driver. Sure why he pulled over for Vaas, because Vaas is also an outlap. Already the 128.7, so as you can see now, the 128s are becoming a more common thing. 1 to 6 is all in the 128, with 7 not that far off. Oh my soul, Mr. Ali's. Damn, Mr. Ali's, where are you? Where's the time when you would actually be sitting alongside me in the comms box doing this? Mr. Twitch. So just in the pickup, you know, so speed, Knighton pretty much in the early part of his lap. So is not Sebastian. Oh, and there's John, an invalid lap, but he's on his way into the pit. There's not going to be enough time to come out again, so that's pretty much John done. And Boinky's coming around again. So now 5th, and that's it, he's done. That's Boinky's and that's John done. Not Maverick in 8th. We've got R1 Gaming coming around. DRS Weathers. Oh, DRS Weathers spins around the final corner. Oh, lucky. It looks like there was a bit of ghosting. Is this going to affect the cars? There's a slowdown. This is going to affect a couple of guys' lap times. Because there were guys slowing down to avoid contact. Just as Mr. R1 Gaming coming around. So there's more than one car affected there. Speed Knighton coming around final corner. Darius Weathers now in the pit, so he's going to be in 10th. Speed Knighton, not Sebastian. No, Speed Knighton dies into the pit. Not Sebastian, a 127.8. Mr. Not Fernando, what the hell were you smoking, or what did you know what we didn't know? It just so happens to be your teammate, 127.8, and you predicted a 127.6. Now Flex is also on it. Pete has spun, but Pete haven't even finished his lap. He just dived into the pits. So he, at the last moment, dived into the pits and stuck with his lap, but not Sebastian. The only guy in the 127s, a 127.7. And here his teammate was earlier predicting a 127.6 as the pole lap. My word, how close was that? But anyway, there is confirmation, not Sebastian, your pole sitter, 127.8. Speed Knighton will start with him on the first row. Behind him is Jean and Voss. Then, of course, on the third row we have Mr. RZDV and Boinkies, with Kimi and R1 Gaming lining up behind them, and not Maverick and Wezo taking the 5th row of the grid. Of course, just waiting for everybody now to just finish the final settings, get himself ready and set that fuel load, and of course select the strategy. Then we should be going shortly. Devin, hy was nie so vinnig altyd nie. No. Daai het gekom out of nowhere. Unless Jonathan iets geweet het. I can't reveal what I smoke. Yeah, no, rather just keep it. Yeah, no. Other people are going to make predictions, because wow. That was very, very, very close in the end. 127.6, 127.8. That was a very close prediction. Wow. But yeah, that one came from nowhere. But Speed, Mr. Consistent, he's still there. I'm just not sure why he finished, unless he was not happy with his lap and realized he's not going to make it and just bailed on it. So yeah, but you know what? That's just pole position. Of course, no extra points this season for pole. So the real thing starts now. It's about the race. Will you survive this mad start? Will you be there in the end? And that's when you get the real points. Right, formation lap of course. While we do that, just get this again. Now let's give you the interval rather than to the leader. Let's just do tires. Here you can see just also the tires that everybody's on. Of course now, oh, Henry disqualified, so he made some, oh, and Poison Boy, the two Red Bull boys making contact on the formation lap. That's a big no-no, that's the golden rule in the team, just broken there. You're not supposed to make contact with your own teammates. But of course those two are just having a good job, nice to see. Of course, what's the point of racing if you don't enjoy it? So Flexi just confirming what I picked up from Y Racer earlier. There is definitely some inside joke here between the Speed boys. All about Speed and his spinning. So far he didn't do much wrong. It's going to be interesting, not Sebastian and Speed Knighton do that first corner. Of course, when Williams there with him, Force and Bars, R1 Jeddah, Boinkies, not him in the other Williams, then Gaming there for Aston, they've got the other Merc there in 9th, Wezo of course starting on mediums. Unlucky there in the end, spinning on that final corner, pulled a Max Verstappen on himself, just like Max did last year. Could have taken pull and then spun in that final corner. J-Boy just behind him in Ferrari as well. Then we got Seb Schumi, not Fernando, not Schumi, Slenderman, AD, Gappeak and GJ Buerta. Approaching the final corner now, then we can get them set up again. So Flexi, you want to make a prediction? You might see you spin in the first corner. You think that's going to be where you want to see it? AD, and looks like Slenderman making contact. That's the only reason, of course, why you get disqualified here on formation lap. Right, guys, coming back onto the grid now, lining up. There we go. Mr. Knighton is in the box. Not Sebastian's lined up. Looking back here to everybody. Now that's your pit stop predictions. Oh, Flexi, that's a bold one, right at the end. Yo. There we go. And we going. Not Sebastian with a hell of a start. Speed Knighton a bit slow there. Jean getting past him and for Speed Knighton dropping down to 4th. Feeling pressure from the Merc there. Force cutting a bit of corner but giving the position back to Jean, so nothing gained there. Speed still there in 4th, RJDV in 5th. Boinky still in 6th with Kimi behind him, but Kimi and Renan Gaming having a bit of a battle there. Oh, yellow flag, yellow flag. Speed Knighton back on course here. Point is closer to. Oh, there we go. Our first retirement. 80 is out. Not Kimi. 5-second penalty with collision with 80. It looks like Kimi and 80 might have made some contact. Oh, whoa, Kimi all the way down. Kimi is dropping some serious places. Henna also out. Here we go, first safety car, lap 1. Gas peak, oh, 5-second penalty, ignoring yellow flag. Yuri, yeah, he's far down. I'm not sure how familiar he is with the track, but also it must be said it's been a while since Gaff played F1. Because Gaff committed to ACC, so for the last while, he's been doing ACC. So he only recently actually purchased F1 2021. He really purchased it only to join this league, because he actually realized he wanted to still race F1 again. So I think it's about Gaff just getting back up to terms with F1, especially the 2021, because knowing the difference between 20 and 2021. So once he's done a few laps again, I think it should go better going forward again. So it's just a matter for him to just finding his rhythm and just, get used to it again. Because of course ACC and F1, we all know the differences there, and if you get hooked on the one, yeah, you basically lose it with the other one. So yeah, we'll just, look at what happens going forward. So he is up to 14th, but he's, I see he was in the pits there. Might some early damage. So not Sebastian, Jean, Force and Pete, they got away nicely. Avoided any shenanigans. Boinkies in 5th. Renan in 6th behind. Both of them actually got past RTTV. Not Chimmy got in front of Maverick. J-Boy up to 10th. Racer down to 15th. So looks like AD and Nakimi made some contact. AD retired, and of course Heno, I'm not sure if Heno was a complete different incident or was part of that, but yeah, Heno unfortunately also gone. So we're down to 18 runners, and we're on lap 2 behind safety car. Oh, not Kimi out, not Kimi gone. Not Kimi out of it. Not sure if he misjudged it there, but small mistake make. Of course, Poison Boy already up to 17th, which is all about what it's all about. Keep your nose clean while they bump into everybody. You're going to pick up the positions. I must just remind everybody, this is the first time ever Poison Boy is doing this. So you can see there's obviously still a lot of learning here, where to spot the braking points, etc. That's why he's going so much slower. So this is a real baptism of fire kind of thing. Driving with the big boys, getting used to this, learning of course about F1 and so forth. So yeah, hopefully the buck bites him as well as as he did with all of us, and we might see him again going forward. Hopefully safety cars even most likely only at the next lap, but yeah, fingers crossed. Everybody I'm sure want to get back to racing. I'm sure, of course, just keep in mind speed also on the medium tires versus those guys in front of him with the soft, so obviously that would have made a difference on the start. But Force had a better start on his mediums to get in front of him. But I'm sure speed would be on him at the start, want to get that position back. Safety car laps, safety car lights still on. So it looks like you're going to see one more lap of safety car at least. Yeah, definitely one more lap. No, actually it's going to come in. That was a very late move. I thought he would switch off his lights a bit sooner, but anyway, Lights are off, safety cars coming in, so we're back to racing very soon. Oh, 5-second penalty for J-Boy, collision with Seb Schumi. Here we go, we're back racing, not Sebastian getting it. Jean with him. Force on Speed Knighton, following close pursuit. Of course, Speed is not going to let Force go. John putting a little bit of a gap between him and Force. Speed, of course, holding on to him. Now Sebastian, yeah, he wanted to get away. He wanted to make sure there's no DRS zone here when we get back to DRS. Of course, lap or two after safety car, then we'll be back to that as well. The Force now with 3-second time penalty. Oh, John just hanging in there trying to stay in DRS range. Force is the second running, but Speed Knighton is keeping up with him. Boink is also holding on to Speed Knighton, so is Running Game in RDV. You can see those cars are all within a second from each other. It's just for 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, that's a second. So these cars really keeping up with each other. They're all the way up to 11th, it's less than a second. Seb Schumi not able to hold on to Slenderman. See, okay, a bit of a gap here between RZTV, looks like it. 1:33.9 fastest lap for Not Sebastian. No surprise, first full lap we completed not under safety car. Stroll just dropping down further. Not able to hold on to Jean. Jean clear, of course, he's definitely no DRS. At the moment also out of DRS to Not Sebastian. You can see there's a gap between the two front guys. Not Sebastian is pushing for it. Speed Knighton still there, just making sure Force knows about him. Boink is also keeping up with him. Bit of a gap actually between Boinkies and RZDV. RZDV has got a couple of guys here with him. Not sure if there's some sort of problem with that Merc, but he's falling back big time to Boinkies, and meantime Running Gaming, Not Schumi, is right with him. And soon his teammate will also be in that mix. Ooh, Running Gaming want to go on the inside. Schumi want to go on the outside. These guys are packing this Mercedes. 1:33.7. Another fastest lap for Not Sebastian. Gap now almost 2 seconds in front. Force actually caught up with Jean as much as Jean fell back to Not Sebastian. So maybe a small error there by Jean. Ooh, Not Schumi and Running Racing. Oh, and that Merc. Oh, that's a handful. That Baggins stepping out. Gaffig back in the pits. RJDV being passed now by Schumi. That is of course not Schumi. Running Gaming now will obviously just compose himself to get to it, to try him again. Slenderman, his teammate is right there with him. So Running and Slenderman. There we go. Definitely some sort of issue with his Merc, because one of the Aston boys is now in front of him. Sorry, that is the other Merc. Sorry, that is not Maverick. Here we go. That's RGDV. Let's look at this one. RGDV got both Astons there behind him with his teammates. So the Aston Martins are giving the Merc boys a bit of a handful here. Aston looking very racy to the Merc. So Merc somehow battling to keep the Aston boys at bay. So now it looks like RGDV might be finding some rhythm here. Going after Not Schumi, he managed to get a bit away from Running Gaming, who's now being passed by Not Mavic. So the other Merc is now actually ahead of both Astons. Is that Merc now finding its rhythm and now moving in the right direction? Oh, and Force had to get some sort of damage because he had pitted and now in 15th place. All of a sudden the Haas boys went 17th and 15th respectively. Oh no, there we go, Merc. That's some sort of Merc team strategy. Renan Gaming was in the pits as well, not sure. This is maybe tyres going up with some sort of damage, but it's very early. Not Maverick being passed through by his teammate. So it looks like not Maverick gonna go for it while RJDV will play wingman for him. In the meantime, Slenderman still being kept at bay there. Meantime, Speed Knight and also in the pit. So definitely not happy on those mediums because 7 laps in, he's already on the softs. He got rid of those mediums. And Speed Knight and also carrying a penalty there. As you can see there, the penalty starting to rack up. The Speed Knight and also pitted very early for those mediums, so clearly those mediums are not the right tyre. Force still shows 6 laps, so he might not have pitted. He might have made a mistake or so and lost a couple of places because he shows still on the mediums that he started with. But as you can see, Speed Knight got rid of his. Gaspic on the hard tyres. Is that a good move if the guys on the mediums are already not happy with the mediums? Hey Flexi, you did predict lap 49, so you must then be patient. Fastest lap is not Shumi getting onto Boinky's tail. Here we go. One of the closer battles out there. Oh, not Shumi, very racy. Boinky's feeling the pressure. Oh, now the time penalty on Maverick. Not Shumi going on the outside of Boinky's. Boinky's not fighting him too hard. Not Shumi up to 3rd place. Four seconds down to John. John is 2.5 behind. Not Sebastian. A 3-second penalty again for Speed Knighton. But just for Flexi's benefit. Speed Knighton on 8 seconds. Renan on 8 seconds. 5 seconds for JB, and then of course not Maverick and Gaspic and Force on 3 seconds apiece. So that's just where the penalty count sits at this moment. And 8 laps in. So Flexi, maybe with the penalties he might push hard enough to give you your spin. Then RZDV at the end. RZDV. Oh, RZDV is having... I'm not sure what's happening with that Merc. He's pulling over for everybody, left, right and center. It's not like he's racing. He's down to 14th all of a sudden. John in the pit. Another set of softs. Speed Knighton 132 there, finally showing a bit of speed there. Not sure if these tyres last long or, you know, if the guys are just not comfortable with him or... But 9 laps, is that still... Is it decent? Might be 9 laps to be a bit of an early stop. Anyway, let's see what the other guys do in the stops. Not Fernando in 10th. Good start, he kept his nose clean. Made up a few places at the start and still hanging in there. Minding his own business, but now he's going to feel the pressure from Jean. Boinky 7 seconds behind, not Sebastian, not Shumi. Not Shumi finding himself behind Boinky's again, so Boinky's have passed him. So made up a position that he lost to not Shumi just a short while ago. Meantime, DRS Weza challenging there. Oh, already it is out. There goes a Merc. And DRS Wezo chasing after the sole remaining Merc. Lap 9, 4 cars retired. Safety car, second safety car of the race. Well, I can tell you one guy that's not going to be happy about that that is going to be not Sebastian. Out in front, 9 seconds, well 7-9 seconds depending on, because obviously now it's jumping around. So what, 7 or 8 seconds ahead of a second place man. All of a sudden that 7-8 seconds is gone, because safety car out, pack up a whole, a bunch of pole back, and that advantage that he had is gone in the blink of an eye. So I can tell you now, not Sebastian is not gonna love R1 for now, because obviously his retirement triggered the safety car. Not sure what happened there, if he had some sort of underlying issue, but R1 was going backwards. So it leaves us with 16 drivers. Of course, 40 laps still to go after this one. Safety car sitting here on the home straight waiting for our race leader. Wonder if he's gonna perhaps make a pit. Oh, another time penalty for Steve Knighton. So that's already, 11 if I calculated correctly. Yeah, not Sebastian deciding he's gonna go for fresh rubber. Good move before the gap closes completely and the pack is, bunched up, and yeah, not Schumi's gonna do the same. Boinky's gonna do the same. Not Maverick, definitely. Good move. Wezo decides to stay out and he's soft, so he's gonna take the lead. So he's gonna be the car behind the safety car. And looks like, is that a Red Bull? But it might be that he's been lapped and he's just unlapping himself. Yeah. So not Sebastian. That's Sebastian rejoined in third, but he's got 2 cars ahead of him who will need to consider pitting in the near future, because very close to the end of a rubber. So not Sebastian is ready for a long stint, so is not Schumi. And these two guys basically matching each other, except Schumi behind his teammate, but of course he will also have to consider stopping. Talking about guys here approaching 10-11 laps already on a set of tyres, where everybody stopped by this time. Speed Knighton down in 15th. He's on a fresh set of mediums, so it looks like he might have had some damage somewhere again, because he also stopped again. Unless he just decided to stop even with a safety car, even if he didn't need to stop as yet. Not sure if he will go do that if he's on the mediums, because he got rid of his initial mediums very early. Just an update here. There we go, that's what the penalty count is. The speed now, and I like to show 6 now. Okay, so Run Gaming on 8. Oh wow. But of course Speed Knighton would have served some of that penalties now when he was in the pits. So of course that is why the penalty count is lower now, because obviously 5 seconds can be served at every pit stop. Gastic still on his hard tyres. Not Sebastian, just keep your tyres warm. Of course, one thing that he will appreciate, that back marker there, the Red Bull between him and Natsumi, so he's got a back marker, just giving him some sort of breathing room when the race resumes. Because Slenderman, he would want to go at Wezer here at the start. Of course, just be careful, you don't want to go too hard and then it's another safety car. So far looking good for the Aston boys. 5-second penalty for Gafbeek. Of course Mr. Boinkies is being called Mr. Squinkies. Mr. Clean. very few penalties. So will Jeddah be a challenge for him? Will he be able to keep it clean at the end of the race, or might we see some penalties there with pointies? Right, Mr. Burn Mylander, please bring in your Jaguar. We want to go racing. And you can see not Sebastian having that Red Bull between him and not Shumi. Right, approaching first final corner. With white safety car lights. Came all very late for last time. Here we go, in the corner it switches off, so we will be racing. Not Sebastian, severe collision with Poison Boy, so I think that might have been Poison Boy driving into the back of not Sebastian. Now he got penalized for that, so he's not going to appreciate that. Here we go, back to full racing conditions. Shumi looks like he's getting past that back marker. There we go. So of course he's going to have his teammate now also going to go for it. I think of course rookie mistake there by Poison Boy. He might have just outbraked himself a bit, or he might have been surprised by not Sebastian warming up his brakes and tyres and just didn't realise that he can run into him. But you know, that's part of a learning curve. We all went through it. Just make the best of it, and of course, just apologise, whatever, and let's get on. So Wezo, decent start, Slenderman as well, was there on the softs, but those softs are not going to last that much longer. So I do believe not Sebastian and not Shumi is in a better position, fresh mediums. Meantime, Mr. Knighton managed to get himself up to 10. Mr. Rizadeva, do I dare ask? Do I dare ask what was wrong with the milk today? Not Fernando, and of course having bit of a weavy, would look like he was going to be contacted when he decided to go out. Might have had some contact. Yeah, had some contact there with the wall. As you can see, that end plate is gone. Oh, and there we go. There's the other Red Bull gone. Poison Boy gone. Lasted 14 laps. 13 laps. So this is lap 14, so that's full 13 laps completed for your very first race. So Poison Boy's out. Another safety car. 14 laps and third safety car. Gaffik 5-second penalty, collision with his own teammate. That's not good. The pig and the fish in the house, or the rabbit car if you want to call it. So we've got John in the pits again. See, there was contact forces in the pits, Gaffik in the pits, so both teammates decided to pit. Maybe double stacking here at one stage, but Force was first, he's on his way out. Of course, there might be some, given the incidents, there might be some reporting at the end of a race, so Stuart's going to be busy if that does happen. Of course, and when results, obviously, the outcome of that will have to be taken into account going forward. Wezo Slenderman still keeping the front occupied. Safety car is waiting for them. So everybody just cruising now, just keeping that speed. Approaching the safety car, no need to race here because you're not allowed to pass. Because those that gained position towards the back, that was in the pits. So we still got both Alfa running, both McLarens, both Ferraris. We've got both Alpines still as well. Where's on the pits side that tire is going to go. So that will release not Sebastian and Shumi at the restart. Boinky's also with him on those mediums, not Maverick also. Running Gaming slightly more laps on his mediums, but still decent. Because Seb Shumi should also consider stopping most likely, as well as Slenderman, 14 laps, all stops already. Okay, so side port damage, yeah, now of course that's something that we seen in this game this year, side port, and of course if side port is damaged, yeah, it is a handful. So that explains obviously why you kept on, you know, yeah, it looks like the car was weird, but anyway, tough luck. Well, not a good start for Merck, but you know what, still 9 races to go, anything can still happen. Just get an update here while we waiting. Oh wow, Boss Boy staking the cake there. Speed Knighton of course 6, but he of course put it again. Remember, you can save, you can of course, you know, serve some of those penalties when, you know, when you put. But Gaff picked very close to disqualification, 29 seconds, 11 seconds. Gaffig ahead of course where it was the other way around. A lot of weaving here, of course, keeping those tyres warm. 16th lap. I think some of these guys will be glad to still be here by this time. Forcing the pits again. Helping DJ Buerta again. The Haas having enough spare parts. Oh, severe collision, Renan Gaming and not Maverick, so not Maverick getting a 5-second penalty for that. So that's the other thing under safety car, guy in front weaves, brake getting, you know, warmed up, guy behind him not paying attention or not expecting that sudden stop or movement or whatever, yeah, and then there's that contact. Laps on those soft tyres, Seb, Shimi and Slenderman. How much longer can they push these tyres? Right, final sector, approaching the final corners again. Let's see what happens. Well, safety car lights go out again. Are we too quick? See, Slenderman is slowing down. Just getting some space between him and the safety car. He's expecting, but the safety car lights didn't go off yet. We're going to have another lap. Or did the lights go out and we missed it? No, look how safety car's coming in. No, safety car's coming in. I missed that one, so here we go. We're going to go back racing. Not Sebastian right there with him, not slowing the man. Just not enough for the straight. Not Shumi's also staying there. Boinky's also in the mix. Sebastian's going to look on the outside. course, he's got the fresher tires, the mediums, yeah, but it's fresher rubber. And here's what is Slenderman going to do with these worn tires? How long is he going to keep him at bay? Not sure he's staying with not Sebastian. Oh, not Fernando. Time penalty. Sebastian getting some momentum. Of course, slips in here. He's got not Shimmy here. He wanted to desperately get away. How long can Slenderman keep going with his soft? Actual top three there, as you can see, very close to each other. Fourth also not far off. Jim is looking. Boinky's also in the mix. Meantime, with all of this said, Speed Knighton worked his way back into 6th. Coming up on the second McLaren now. Oh, not Shimmy, yeah, one could have also saw that coming. Saw him going off track there, just expecting that penalty to come. Another time penalty for Gaffig. He's really treading on thin ice now for disqualification. Oh, not Shimmy made a mistake there. Looks like he clipped the barrier and that actually sent him spinning. Right or not Sebastian, all of a sudden he's losing places, going backwards. All that hard work down the gutters. Absolutely gutted. He's pushing a little too hard, made that contact and it sent him spinning around. Not Sebastian still there in here with Slenderman. How long can Slenderman take those softs? I see Sepp Schum is also pushing his softs still. Those two are the guys that's done the most amount of laps on a set of tyres so far. Aston Martin still keeping the Alfa Romeo at bay. DRS is now enabled. Not Shumi coming into the pit, no front wing of course. The man still there, not Sebastian. Boinkies, oh there we go, this track has proven that it can make sure Boinkies cannot be Squinkies after this race. Mr. Boinkies picking up a 3-second time penalty. It's rare but it can happen. Jeddah has proven it's possible. Boinkies just a second off. It's just hanging there but no longer in DRS range. Still got not Sebastian there, hanging pretty much on the back of it. Aston. Two Ferrari boys staying with each other again. Where's our fighting here over Mr. Ringen? Here we go, not Sebastian's going to go for it on the outside. But no, let's say Slenderman, he's not going to back off, brakes later, but now not Sebastian's got the better run to the line. Not Sebastian is through DRS of course as well, that helps him, and actually Boinkies is using DRS very well here because now he's right in the back of Slenderman. Of course, not Sebastian will be hoping that Slenderman can do to Boinkies what he did to him. Keep Boinkies a bit at bay while he can get away. Oh, yellow flag, where's our retires? What a pity. Wezo was really pushing, and here we go, another safety car. Just as not Sebastian get going again, he's going to have to slag off. And we're down to 14 drivers remaining. Well, this is what, fourth safety car now? Waarvoor jij nou uit? But yeah, you're right with Muna, but you late. Your teammate lasted longer than you know. So what happened to you there? Yeah, Flexi, you can basically call that safety car Grand Prix. I think the one that's getting the most action at the moment is the safety car. And more than half of the cars remaining are carrying some sort of penalty. Slenderman finally decided to pit. Looks like Shep Shumi as well. They're getting rid of those tyres. Mr. Renan is also in the pit. So both Astons, both Alphas, both McLarens. Yeah, and actually still both Alpines as well. And of course both Haas's is still there, so that's the team still with both drivers in the race. 5-second penalty crossing the pit lane. Ooh, pit lane exit, white line, gap pick. Oh, gap pick, your time is getting less and less. No, that must be getting that close to disqualification. "41-second penalty, my word." Only thing I think that saved him there was a few pit stops he made where it was 5 seconds taken away, otherwise he could have been disqualified by now. Because of course if you go over a certain amount of penalties then you get disqualified. Oh, Boinkies, 5-second penalty for collision with Speed Knighton. You know, that slow going behind safety car thing. Boinkies, another penalty. You don't see Boinkies getting penalties and all of a sudden it's somewhat tonight too. 21 laps, we're not at half distance yet. Speed Knighton worked up his way very nicely, but of course he's on softs that he's older than those mediums or some of these guys, so yeah, they will be able to go longer stints. North Maverick also in the mid-run, getting into 4th. Also see up to 5th. Positions changing. Guys going back and forth on the grid. Speed Knighton, of course, just wanted to come feel out the back a bit. Now he's hanging in the front again. Ooh, Rhythm Gaming, too hot. She's taking, ooh. It's a nasty penalty there, Mr. Rinanen. But at least you know what, he's still in the race. We could hope, fingers crossed, that this was the last safety car, although we know we won't. But yeah, just to have a good couple of laps of good racing. But kudos to the guys. 14 still, so at 22 laps, we still got more than half of the grid remaining. But this is not an easy track, that must be said. We always expected there's going to be a good couple of safety cars and retirements happening here. It's just that kind of track. Ooh, Jean with a 5-second penalty for collision with force. Safety car finally coming in again, yeah. So now Sebastian becomes a safety car. So right now just to choose his moment. Oh, there we go, well spotted them, not Sebastian. Caught Boinkies nipping a little bit, and all of a sudden the Boinkies is on the defensive to Mr. Knighton. Ooh, I was braking himself a little bit. Speed Knighton saw that, he actually took the better line and through, he goes on the inside. So Speed Knighton is through into second place. Oh, we just resumed and we got a yellow sector again. Gaff being disqualified from session, wrong way. So there we go. We expected this DQ to come here very, rather sooner than later. But he got disqualified for going the wrong way, not because of all the penalties. But yeah, if he wasn't going to go the wrong way, sooner or later it would have been too much penalties. So eventually he would have ended up just being disqualified. So yeah, anyway, so there we go, our first half out. We're down to 13 drivers remaining. Mr. Knighton there hanging on to the Alpha, so here we go, good battle shaping up. Boinky is falling back a bit to these guys, he's not able to keep up with these guys. Of course Petey's on the soft tyre. But of course his tyres is also a bit older, 2 laps older than not Sebastian, but of course can't really say it's just 2 laps, medium versus soft, those medium tyres can go further. Boinky is in third, fourth, hanging on to fourth. Being challenged by Not Maverick, here we go, Pete Knighton's going to have a go on the inside, brakes a bit later and he's through. Also, I always think the advantage is the car behind because he can watch every move that a guy in front makes. So he can, avoid mistakes or mirror the good ones, etc., etc. So it might just be better to, just to drive a little bit at the back, just, also remember being behind the car, you also get that slipstream. But Steve Martin's actually using it now to get away. Excuse me, 5-second penalty corner cutting. Not Jimmy. Jimmy driving past J-Bay almost like he's, as he didn't exist there. Nicely done. Not Jimmy fighting back here from the back. Up into 6. Then the man making his way back after that pit stop. John went for a set of new mediums. Ooh, another penalty there for Mr. Knighton. course, if things were to finish as is now, yes, actually, not Sebastian will get the position because 4 seconds less penalties. So we got Brennan and 4th, 14 and 11 respectively. So of course, yeah, a bit better than his teammates, well, but actually more than just a bit because Gapik was 40 odd seconds. Guy definitely, you know, you can see he didn't drive in F1 for a bit. So just doing this again, just to also get used to the setup again. Hopefully we might see a better showing this time around. Here we go, and Slender Man places it on the inside. Of course, he would have had DRS as well. Not Maverick and not Chumi. Not Chumi came from 6, so he's through. It's like he's pulling away. Oh, time penalty now for not Sebastian, pushing hard in front. Okay, boys, stay so sitting firmly 7th. Or even 4th of not Sebastian. This is where the real battle is at the moment. Not Sebastian also closed up to speed nice in a bit. Question is just going to be able to look after the tyres and push it the furthest. C-Force is benefiting a bit from DRS. It's almost like Force is chasing not Sebastian back into speed nice and clutch, because that gap did come down even a bit more. Or can it be that speed nice and size is not finally decided that's it? Point is also still hanging on there, no issue, manages to stay with these guys. Because if they trip over each other, he will just pick up a point. Not Maverick's not able to hold on to Notsumi. Notsumi is basically catching these guys, because this is where he was, so he definitely want to be back here. Not Sebastian just lose some time to speed Knighton. There we go, Force making a move on not Sebastian. So this is where the main battle is at the moment, not Sebastian going ahead of back of Force again. Because while these guys are battling, they're making life easier for Speed Knighton, because he can open up a gap a bit. Ooh, 3-second time penalty. Of course, needless to say, those time penalties can count. Oh, not sure me, yeah, getting closer and closer. TRS, of course. Cars in front will also have TRS. Oh, here we go. Nice drive here for Shumi. Now right in the gearbox we have Boinkies. Both of them will have TRS, and of course Shumi on the softer tyres grips better. Also newer tyres. Shumi just keeping Boinkies honest. These four guys stay with each other. Meantime, Speed has opened the gap to 2 seconds. Oh, Jana with a penalty. Well, here we go. Shumi with a much better drive out of a corner, going on the outside there of Boinkies. Yeah, Boinkies behind him well and truly. Shumi now going to go off the fourth. And then he's back to that Sebastian where he was before that spin. Of course, just a different position because Speed Knighton made his way back to the front. Still opening up a gap between him and not Sebastian as well. Not Shumi looking really racy tonight. Of course, going to go on the inside, not Sebastian. Not Shumi's going to dive from the outside. He's going to make a move on fourth. Fourth just goes for gap somewhat there. But Shumi's still with him. But now, of course, Force must remember Shumi's going to have it there. So is not Sebastian, but Shumi's going to come into the pits. Not sure if Shumi picked up some damage we're having to respond to make sure that Force don't go into him because Force was very aggressive towards the end of that corner. No, luckily no damage. So Shumi just decided to go for the mediums there. Going for the longest stint here because he knows those guys in front of him must stop. So no, looked like there was no contact, all good between Forza and Shumi. Because if there was, there would have been a wing change. No, so it's all good. Here we go, only 2 drivers remaining with no penalties. Boinkies fell off a bit here, not Sebastian. Falling off a bit from fourth. Sure, that can also be a tyre thing as well, looking after those mediums a bit. Of course, obviously using those soft disadvantage, chasing after Speed Knighton. Speed Knighton now managed over 20 laps. So that's actually now the longest set of, on a single set of tyres, the longest amount of laps. On 51 laps of out of 50, so I don't want to jinx it, but the last 2 laps was the longest we had without interruption. Oh, and another penalty there for Speed Knighton. Matter of fact, just get an update here. There we go, 12, 14. The 2 race leaders worth running gaming at the moment, sitting at the highest penalty count of all. Nothing serious. We've seen something else before. So we know there's some distance to go. Oh, yellow flag, not Fernando. Not Fernando retires. Speed 12. 31 laps. Lasted very long, longer than what he anticipated to last. Here we go, another safety car. Surely Speed Knighton will dive into the pit. Question is how many is going to follow. Driver penalty. Ooh, speeding under safety car for J-Boy. Ooh, there's that not Fernando car in a very peculiar place. No wonder safety car. So both McLarens, both Astons, both Alpines. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Lighton decides to pit, followed by Force, not Sebastian also, so all three race leaders decide to go for fresh rubber, so is Boinkies. No, not Maverick makes the same call. Question is who's going to go for which tyre. The Lighton's going to go on soft. Looks like not Sebastian had a wing change. That explains the drop off in speed. That's why he fell back to the cars in front. There was wing damage. Not Shumi, of course, on those mediums. So not Shumi paid off with that earlier stop. He stopped earlier, remember, now he's in second. Force looks like he's out on new softs. Couple of laps already on those. Boinkies leave not Sebastian. Not Sebastian decided to go for the long stint. So all goes well, not Sebastian can see it through to the end. But then again, Speed Knighton showed you can do 20 laps on those softs, so he can also technically make it to the end. So here comes the all-out sprint. Of course, then those penalties will come into play. 12 cars remaining, so it's still more than half of the field, more than half of the race completed. So yeah, it's actually going well, considered what we expected. Confidence were not that great before the start of the race. A lot of guys predicted they're going to retire before we get to where we are now. Waiting, of course, just getting the safety car session then out of the way. Of course, it's just all about being at the right time, at the right place with the right strategy. As you can see, where a couple of guys ended up here. So I just want to see after that round of pit stops. That's the penalty count at the moment. J-Boy still to serve that drive-through of his. Not Sebastian and Boinkies even on penalties with not Shumi. Speed Knighton with a bit of pressure here. 12 seconds, so he's going to have to work up a gap of 12 seconds. 17 laps remaining after this to make up those 12 seconds. If I'm not mistaken, this is close to the last lap that J-Boy has to serve before he gets DQ'd for not serving his drive-through. Unless that schematic didn't update. But anyway, safety car's coming back in. And Mr. Knighton is bolted. Not assuming he could spot it, he's staying there with him. Last point is not Sebastian all coming down. No, JB still didn't go in. J-Boy still showing as a DT. Pete Knighton really with a bit between his teeth here. He's going to have to push like crazy to make up that gap. Because if things were to finish as it is now, you're going to basically have Schumi winning, with Wenky second and not Sebastian third. Another yellow flag. Oh, it's one of the McLaren boys. Seb Schumi, there we go, Seb Schumi retired. Lasted that long on another safety car. We just resumed and then Seb lost it on that corner. Just what they'll call it, carousel if you want. Down to 11 cars remaining. Anybody can attempt doing another stop here. Couple of guys are already on some worn tires. Ooh, speed, that was very close to the back of that Aston. Probably be just telling Bernd Mylander to get a move on with it. I mean, this is like what, 6, 7 safety car. I think Pete is a bit hurtful by now. He wants to just go racing. Ooh, 5-second penalty. Another one for a bumping Renan. Renan's also been in the warpath tonight. As you can see there, Slender Man, the only one not registering a penalty next to his name. Of course, that is his asses at this point. So 15 more left to go after this one. So it is Alpine and Aston. The only team with both drivers still running. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, if you've got a drive-through, of course you can't serve it under a safety car, so it must be, of course, normal laps, if I can call it that. But then again, he could have also served it, you don't know. First game sometimes do weird stuff. All we know is we want to go racing. Final 14 laps. Was after this, you would like to go without any incident or without another safety car. J-Boy and not Sebastian as well as Shumi on those mediums. Will it pay off? The moment for Shumi, yes, because if the race were to end now, he's winner. Because we have all those penalties, so that speed is carrying. I want to correct myself. Technically there's a 9-second gap between Speed Knighton and Shumi if you look at those penalties, so if he can get a gap of 9 seconds or just over 9 seconds, then he should be clear. Because that's the difference in penalties which you need to make up with time on track. No, sorry, I just want to do that. Here we go. Safety car coming in. Right, here we go. Race leaders has bolted. Shumi again spotting Pete in front. Keeping up with him. Boinky's not Sebastian. Already going for it at the back. Boinky's keeping the inside. Not Maverick. Also not far off. Shumi keeping here with Speed Knighton. Speed Knighton a bit more confident here through this section. Cool, Speed Knighton also on the soft tyres, faster tyres. And the safety cars just making the laps to do on them less and less and less. He definitely don't need to stop again. And if he can push, he can make up a gap of 9+ seconds. I cannot see him stay with him, that's the big question. John, of course, 17 laps on these mediums. Speed Knighton on 1:31.5. Finally, we see his fastest lap pop up. Going to right, he will force. Unable to carry on, to keep on. Oh, another yellow flag, there we go, Mr. DJ Buerta out. Well, that's trigger another safety call, perhaps just VSC, sorry. No, look like we're not getting either one. No VSC, no safety car, so that's a good sign. So we're down now to 10 drivers, so officially half of the grid left over. So it's only Aston Martin who's got both drivers still in the race. Maverick not able to keep up with not Sebastian, but he's keeping in front of Slenderman. We're feeling a bit of pressure by John, but as I say, that gap just opened up, so Slenderman just managing that. John feeling the pressure from Renan somewhat, so Renan Gaming is pushing. Closing front gap now just over a second, so Speed Knighter now pushing like crazy, fastest lap after fastest lap. Boyd is at the moment displacing his car in all variety areas, not making it easy for Sebastian. Ooh, another 3-second penalty there for Jean. Speed Knightson actually doing irrelevant. He's getting the gap open 2 seconds or just under 2 seconds. You want to have a gap of at least 9 seconds. Of course, pushing. Natsumi still keeping his ground. Of course, just keep in mind, Shumi is on the mediums where the car in front and the car behind is on the softs. Can it be something that becomes a bit of a problem later or play back into Shumi's hands? Not Sebastian is now in front of Winkies. Chasing off the force, also he's on medium. Winkies just not have enough road closing up, but at the end there's just not enough left. Fourth ahead of Shumi. So Sebastian with him. All of a sudden these four are with each other, with Speed Knighton having a 3-second lead. Of course, Speed Knighton will hope that he can keep these guys, or these guys can keep each other busy, while he can get away and open up some sort of gap. Another quiet time penalty here for not Sebastian, that can help. These Knights are still opening up this gap while Shumi and Force are keeping each other. They're falling back to him. Shumi now back ahead of Force. Got Sebastian gaining as well. Another time penalty you can see for Jean. Not sure me just close the gap a little bit to Speed Knighton. Of course, Shumi would just want to make sure the gap stay where it is. He still got the least amount of penalties, so with the gap as is now, he will still inherit first place. Boinky's still staying on the back of that Alpha. Off Maverick 76 seconds behind. Renan Gaming and Jean. Oh! Renan Gaming and Jean just caught the back end of that. Those two went into each other. Both wheels gone. Front wings gone. Renan Gaming and Jean out. Not sure what happened there. As you can see, that was literally just the back end of that. More severe crash, but it looks like this is not going to bring out a safety car. More minor crashes, but of course, then again, we already had like 6-7, so I don't think there is more safety cars to give. But we had not even a VSC. Oh, there we go. There's a safety car now. And we're down to 8 drivers remaining. So needless to say, no team have more than 1 car remaining. Of course, now Speed Knighton will be furious, because now he's the man with the gap that's now going to have a gap closed down. Because the safety car is just going to bundle everybody together again. Drive for Penal speeding on the safety car for not Maverick. So once again, the back will be backed up. That's how penalty sits at the moment. Shumi and Boinky sitting comfortably in front. Looks like not Sebastian dived into the pit. Yep. I think he's decided to go for a set of brand new softs. So when this safety car peels in, he's just going to push like crazy. Might not be a bad idea. Soft tires, brand new soft tires. Oh, and then another 3-second penalty. Not Sebastian's penalties are now counting against him. So much for the push. That penalties is going to come back to haunt him. Still the only driver not registering penalties next to his name is Slender Man. Eight cars remaining out of 20 starters, only one not showing a penalty next to his name. 6 laps remaining after this lap. Not Sebastian with a late stop there for those brand new softs. So unfortunately the penalties are a game changer. The plan, nothing wrong with the plan. Execution is going to be a bit of a challenge. Speed 19 also on better tyres in front there with from Force. So it's still advantage, not Shumi. You just need to make sure he stays with Force and Speed 19, because if he's within that time penalty gap, not Shumi will still win this race. Me and of course J-Boy at the back, only guys on the mediums, everyone else is on softs. Let's hope that is the last lap of safety cars, and at least we can have 5 laps of proper racing. Yeah, we'll just stay as is for now until safety car comes in. Hopefully it's the end of his lap. Here we go, finally. Thing is, older tires, but same compound. We'll force be able to take the spike to Speed 19 on the restart. Of course, a couple of guys at the back would hope so, and that they can tangle, then there's extra points or whatever, so of course that's also a possibility. Speed 19 tried to bolt, caught Force for a little bit, but Force did respond. Not Shumi's with him. Pointies as well. Ooh, Force made a mistake there. But Shumi, but no, not Shumi backed out of it. Another time penalty for pointies. Time penalty, not Maverick. 3 seconds. See how this pans out. Ooh, she's looking, but no, nothing yet. Lap 47 out of 50, so 3 more to go after this. Speed already 1.6 again ahead. Oh, not Maverick, another time penalty. Speed my turn, just want to check again. Here we go, still 12. This is mine, so still 3 seconds. Not Sebastian with a 1:31.2. It looks like Speed did get some sort of stability. He's getting away. Technically, he needs like just over 3 to be ahead of Force. So, but of course, at the moment, Force, if I'm not, have got more penalties. No, actually not. So, Force 3. So, gap should be more than 3 seconds. Then Speed not to get the ahead of Force. Question is not Shumi. Shumi getting closer and closer and closer. Here we go, diving on the inside. Oh, decided no. Sebastian now running off the Force here. Ahead of Shumi. Freeway tie. Boink is also riding. There's pretty much 5 guys tied for second. Not Sebastian going on the outside of Force. Looks like those new tyres are making a big difference. Question of course, will you be able to catch him in the end? Mr. Knighton can come around the final corner just now to start his final lap. Not Sebastian pushing like crazy, but of course, even if he does get beat, of course his penalties. Now Flexi most likely going to ask for his refund. He predicted a spin on lap 49 now in the 50th and final lap. Of course, well done to those guys. It's still here 8 riders, or 8 drivers since 20. Yeah, so 20, starting grid of 20 with only 8 finishes. Well. Therefore, another time penalty. Not Sebastian did get away from this bunt here. Of course, just remember those penalties still need to come into play. Here we go, final few meters. And speed 19 takes a checkered flag. There we go, not shimmy. Boinky, speed 19. Slenderman and Boinky, speed 19, not even on the podium. No force, no Sebastian, those penalties coming into play. Not Sebastian winning, no, sorry, not Schumi, you winning it. Hold on, not Schum. Driver of the day, not Schumi. Could not agree more. Well done, Schumi. I don't think he expected that. Didn't see that coming. Just waiting for this to, here we go. Not Schumi, your race winner. Slenderman taking second and Boinky's third. Well done. Let's see if we can get a couple of guys in here. Try if we can get Slenderman. Just bear with me. Everybody leaving here. I'm trying to get out, sorry. No button to proceed further. No. Just give you 1 second, people.